Hey there everyone, I think it's about time I did another update on this stuff. The Snapdragon is growing out like absolute goddamn wildfire. I mean, look at this crap, it's absolutely ridiculous. I need to get some string and tie them up, so I'll be getting some hooks and putting them there. Because this is ridiculous, just how much it's grown. Kind of insane considering what they looked like when I first got them. Oh, it was like day the other day, so my legs are sore. This is the remnants from an old bush we used to have here, that I got rid of. Oh, that got rid of that before I got rid of all this other stuff as well. It's an old bush, but obviously we didn't get rid of it properly, and it continuously comes back. This lavender on here doesn't seem to have changed much at all, but I'm imagining a lot of the work is actually going on underground. So, I doubt the Snapdragon will survive the winter. I'm hoping it does, but I don't think it will. So if that's the case, if this survives, I'll move this over here, because lavender is quite aggressive. And if that's the case, it'll hopefully kill off the rest of that. Because I'd much rather have lavender grow like wildfire than anything else, so, yeah. This is doing well, not much different from the last time you saw it. Again, this lavender, about the same. I really need to head them. Yeah, look at that. I need to start pulling them off like that. I've not done that yet. Also, ignore my sleeve. This was only a tenner, so it was on sale, and it fits me pretty well, except the arms aren't ideal. So it's a little bit short in the arms, but for a tenner, you can't argue. The thyme is actually surviving. It's come back rather well. The soil's a bit dry. Actually, it's kind of soft, but it is somewhat dry because of I've not watered it today. The weather, again, has been ideal. We've had plenty of rain followed by sun, so it's been absolutely ideal. This grass is annoying the crap out of me, though. The problem with grass is if I try and pull it out, because grass tangles under the ground like crazy, I'll probably end up damaging this, and it's doing reasonably well now. I honestly didn't think this would survive, but it's come back quite nicely. The sedum is growing like wildfire. It has completely filled the pot at this point. It is actually branching outward. I'm glad that I didn't plant this in the ground. Apparently this is a perennial, so I will have this for many years, and we'll probably have to trim it down at some point. Or maybe move this somewhere else and turn it into like a bit of a rock feature with the other one. Also, this is full of grass as well, but every single time I try and pull out the grass properly, I end up pulling this because it is extremely delicate. Of course, the thicker parts aren't. That's actually taking some abuse there, but it's rather delicate. So, yeah, unfortunately, I just have to deal with the grass and hope that it completely takes over the grass and kills the grass off. Because, yeah, it's kind of annoying. The white lavender is doing splendidly. It is also going off the sides. I actually tried to tie this up at one point, but it doesn't seem to work. So yeah, also, look over here. It's somewhat pinky. The most that's grown. That looks quite nice. But yeah, it still smells divine. Still smells amazing. I still absolutely love it, and it is my current favourite one. Next to, of course, the Piece de Resistance. Considering the fact that this thing only started off as 3 little branches, whew, look at this beauty. I'll be making tea from this daily at some point. Look at this crap. It's just stunning. It's adored. It's been perfect conditions for it, I think. I know this stuff actually grows quite well anyway, but it is just, I say it every time, but perfect conditions for it. The rain has been incredible. Like just constant rain one day, and then we're having a bit of sun, so it's perfect. It's actually says a lot when the Ruby, ignore the other dog. It says a lot when the soil here is actually kind of dry, and it's because it just sucks up water so much. So I'll be watering them after I've recorded this, but there's still a few holes on it, but the holes seem to have gone down actually, so that's nice. And yeah, it's just really, really nice. I'm just gonna have to keep it in check. You can see like the ties are still there. There's one up there. When I tied it, a few of the leaves died off a little bit, but then it's grown back super quickly. So yeah, I need a much taller one of these sticks. That's one thing I'm gonna have to look at. The other sedum, same problem as the other one. The grass is taking over. I don't know how it got in the pot, but there we go. Well, the grass is starting to grow, but it's not taking over. But it seems to only want to grow in one corner. I've actually swapped it around a few times, but it always seems to grow like that. So, yeah. Oh. So over in this direction, the other African daisy completely died off. I almost collapsed there in my legs again. The other African daisy completely died off, so I've pulled it out. But this one is doing splendidly. Isn't it gorgeous? It will not survive the winter. These things are lovely, but they are unbelievably fragile. So once the winter comes, that will die, unfortunately. I cannot see it living. It's currently taking on the other snapdragon that again is growing like wildfire. I need to tie these up because Jesus Christ, they're leaning a lot, so I need to kind of like pull them up, which again I'll do with string and then pull hooks at the back there. I'll probably buy a few packs and I'll just hook it all the way down. You can actually see one there in preparation for... Ooh, the wind got to this last night. I've only just noticed that. Yeah, we had a lot of wind. I almost lost all my... Well, I did actually lose all my balloons, but thankfully it seemed to have gone next door and they've thrown it over this morning. Yeah. Did that snap? Looks like that snapped. I might end up just cutting that off. But, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I'll just cut that off. But yeah, the wind got to it a little bit last night, bad looks of it. But the rest of it seems to have survived. That's just snapped down at the bottom there. So I'll just cut that off in a bit. But, yeah, I honestly didn't expect to see this developing, but there we go. There's our first properly developed rose. The reason why I got rosebush, specifically a yellow rosebush, if I was to choose, I'd probably get a different color, like orange maybe, but the reason why I got a yellow one is because when we lost Rosie, my mother wanted to get a yellow rose because she really liked the yellow roses. She wanted to get a yellow rose and bush and plant it out here in a memorial for her. Unfortunately, we didn't do that in time before before I lost my mother. So this is kind of like a joint memorial plant for both her and Rosie. And seeing it do so well so soon is just really nice. It's great to see. Yeah, you can see, I think this one's pushing those other two down. I've just caught myself. I always forget it has thorns. So I might have to... Is it actually... I don't think it's snapped, actually. I think it's just weakened. So I'll just pull that up and I'll tie it back. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just get a bunch of hooks, like that one back there, like little things like that. And I'll hammer them into the fence. And then it's just a case of hooking things, stringing things up when I need to. But yeah, it's nice to see. You know, that one has little spikes on it. Is that one just dirty? Yeah, it's just dirty. It's grown quite well. So, yeah. It's a way of my mother and my old dog living on for years. Because I'll have this for a long time. So, yeah, it's nice to see. Oh, the pot pond is doing fantastically as well. And I actually don't know if algae is a good or bad thing. I want it to kind of be a natural pond where we'll have wildlife possibly coming in. So yeah, you can't quite see it properly because we don't have proper sun out, but as you can see, yeah, there's life in there. One of those plants has completely taken over. We do have algae in there. Let me know if that is a good or bad thing. I always heard that it's a bad thing, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it just depends on what kind of life lives in there. Also, what we got on the side there? We've got a fly. I hope we don't have mosquitoes breeding in that thing. But I'll have to do a bit more research into this because this is a brand new practice. I've never done anything like this before. Yeah, that's the update on it so far. We've lost one plant, and all the plants that I thought were dying or not doing too well are pretty much doing quite well. The only one that doesn't seem to be doing as well as the others are these lavenders. But it's probably because I've not been heading them. I need to go through them, find the dead ones, and pull them off. Because it's wasting a lot of energy on that. So, But yeah, also you can probably see I've spread them out a bit because they were taking over, and I was worried about these ones especially reaching into other pots. So I've given them a bit more room. But everything's going alright. Say hello, Whoops. Hello, Whoops. And say hello to Willow. Hello, Willow. Oh, who's your cutie? It's me, Willow, a cutie. Oh, my Willow's a cutie. But yeah, there's another update. Everything's going quite well. I've got a few more ideas for things in the future. I've got that space over there. I still haven't weeded. This is getting ridiculous. I need to do this, but I just can't be arsed. So yeah, I'll probably... There I'm planning to put stuff. So this way, maybe against the wall here. Yeah, probably against the wall here. Somewhere. I want to get one of those multi-stack pot things. So it's like a layer, and then there's 1 pot, 2 pot, 3 pot. And then there I'll put like herbs, because I've really enjoyed the concept of like growing stuff that I can harvest and consume, like in teas and things, like with the peppermint. So I think I'll have like a bit of a herb thing. I'll do this next year if I can. Well, I'll have multiple things going up there and with the pots, and I'll have that as like a mini herb garden. And then I'm possibly tempted to move the sedums and get like display rocks and place them around display rocks, maybe somewhere up there once that's properly sorted out. So that's going to be a bit of a like nice wild area. I'll put it maybe against the corner there, or something like that. This, I'm going to get soil or compost again, and this and that one are going to be moved into big pots. I've only got one of these big pots left because the other one is being used as that, and I want them to match. So I'll get 2 brand new big pots, and I will move the white lavender and the peppermint into those. It gives it more room to grow, means I'll be able to harvest more. And these can go at the back, like here and here. And then that one can go in the center, or possibly at the back over there. And I'll find something else to put in there, something that likes a lot of shade. I'll figure it out. But I've got a few ideas of what I want to do, how I want to develop it, where I want to take this over time. But the main thing I really need to do is get things in order. So I need to get rid of all this and just keep on top of it like I have been with this bit. Again, there's little bits going up, so it's much easier just to come out here once every few days and just pick up all these little weeds before they start to spread. You can see this is the same as these. These grow like crazy, so that's why I'm hoping to actually move the lavender here at some point. So it takes over this area and kills that off. If it takes over this area and I can't plant anywhere near here for a bit, that's fine. I'm happy having that much lavender. I love lavender. So then I've got this other space for other things. And then I'll have one major feature, which will be the massive lavender pile. And then the other major feature back there, which will be the rose bush. So, but yeah, I'd like for the snapdragons to survive the winter. I am tempted to get one of these pots. There's one back there. Fill it with these snapdragons and bring it indoors for the winter, just so I've got a few different colors, especially these. I love this color here. You know, the orange one. I'm not really too big on the yellow ones, but the pink one maybe, the white one. And then just keep them in 1 or 2 pots indoors. I'm planning on doing the same thing with the peppermint and the white lavender as well, because out of all of them here, they're the 2 I really don't want to die. Same with that specific setup as well. I've really grown to like that one. I love how different it is. Like, we've got a color popped up here, much like that one. And then we've got like these random big thick bits followed by little bits, and it does flower at one point. I just love the color as well. It's got this gorgeous like yellowy green color. I think it's beautiful. I love it. But I'll figure that out as we go. So I love them, but I am not getting them again because of how delicate they are and expensive for what they are. So we'll see as time goes on. Anyway, it's today's workout. That's what's coming up next. Oh joy, not looking forward to that. And then hopefully if I can come out here, I'll just sit out here for a bit. on a cushion, and I'll clear out a bunch of these weeds. And if I'm up for after I've done that, I'll do the others as well, as much as I can. At least get the big ones up. So that's the goal for today. Anyway, yeah. New garden update video. Whoop whoop.